I want my bubbly water to be bubbly. Not kind of bubble. I don't want it to taste like water that has had something done to it.
Like what?
I want it to be actually fizzy.
Mm-hmm. It's in your rider. It's in your contract.
Yes.
Well, if you get a straw, I can just blow bubbles into it. Will that help?
While I'm drinking?
Yeah.
Like we're in a soda shop. Mm-hmm. Except we're just bros. Hey, bro, can you blow into my water? I haven't talked much this morning, so I'm going to sound awesome.
You haven't talked that much, as in like you were saving your voice, or you're just saving like your stupidity?
Like when you talk first thing in the morning, don't you just sound kind of like...
Not necessarily.
I do.
Okay.
Like it's like I have to warm my voice up, you know? My voice when I wake up is like... like I was... in my sleep, I was drinking a gallon of slime. You know? Mm-hmm. Or like slugs were actually like going up and down my throat. Like, well, you got to get this thing slimed up.
You're punchy. You haven't talked at all today.
I was reading.
I know, but next time you need to actually like talk to a person and not, I should be the first.
I talked to my dogs and my child who's 11.
Right, but you need to be less punchy, I feel.
Talk to an adult, you mean? Mm-hmm. There's one in my house. I'm not talking to everybody.
Well, what I'm saying is you need to get
my sillies out?
Yeah, shake your sillies out.
No, that's what I saved. I saved them up specifically for this.
Yeah, but unfiltered, Abby, is not...
Too many sillies?
It's like your water. You need the right amount of bubbly.
Oh, dang, yeah. I feel you. Okay.
So welcome to Choose Your Own Book Club. Mm-hmm. It's a podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Do you agree?
Know it.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree. So my name is Peter. I'm a librarian.
It sure is. Mm-hmm. My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
You're just too punchy.
I'm putting the emphasis on different parts of the word.
Okay.
Librarian.
And so today we're covering Forest of Fear.
Oh. Mm-hmm. We are. I'm afraid.
See, I'm borrowing your book today.
Yeah.
And it is there's a stamp on your book.
Yeah.
And it says Special Book Fair Edition.
It's true.
It's very funny.
It's great because I think the book itself is actually afraid of the book because the back cover fell off while I was reading it. The book wanted to get away from itself so bad. It was like, it flung itself away.
But I like that it's a Special Book Fair Edition. Mm-hmm. And there's no difference, I'm sure, between this book and...
Yeah, I couldn't find a difference. Mm-hmm. I was looking to see, are there like discussion questions?
Nope.
Is it signed by the author? So. Does it have sometimes they would have like postcards or something, mm-hmm. stickers in it. Mm-hmm. I didn't see anything or any of those like little trademark tearaway areas where it's like, something was in here.
There's no like Ferrari poster you can hang up on your wall.
Oh, man.
Like a book fair.
Or like the hang in there, mm-hmm. baby kitten poster.
Right.
None of that.
Right.
We can pretend that it's like a scholastic book fair kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And I can just tell my mom all the stuff that I want. And because we're poor, she'll not get me anything. Oh, no. My first book fair purchase mm-hmm. was a very, very cheap, like 75-cent book called The Littlest Monster. Mm-hmm. And I saved up my money so that I could get it. And every time my dad would bring his change home, I would be like, hey, can I have a dime or a nickel? And I would just luckily sometimes get one. Yeah. Booyah.
And spend it on like pocket candy or like nickel candy. And
no, my brother would do that, but I would save it for the book mm-hmm. fair. And that's my first book that I bought at the book fair.
Nice.
Because I'm a dork.
Oh,
like, I'm not buying candy. I'm buying a book.
But we're librarians. Librarians are always dorks. I mean, it's just...
It's nature, baby.
Right.
Is your child a dork? They might be a future librarian. Or scientist.
No, scientist implies that you're smart. You don't have to be smart to necessarily be a librarian.
Well, you're a dork still.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Are they a smart dork? Then they're a scientist.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Are they just a dork? Then they're a librarian.
Right. So this is number 54 by Louise Munro Foley.
Sure.
I have a lukewarm take.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember you have a lukewarm take where it's a hot take, but you let it cool for a little bit.
Yeah, you just like your hot take is like, whoa. And then you're like, you know what? I'm not going to share this take. I'm going to let it chill and cool off. Okay.
So I have a lukewarm take.
Okay.
I'm not going to forgive the racism or the appropriation in this book. Obviously, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Not going to forgive that. I do think that Louise Munro Foley, one of the best authors of the series.
Yeah, she is really good.
Just the way she sets up the book, it almost feels like a DM would for a D&D adventure.
True.
Because there's all these side characters. There's a sense of place and settings. So you can almost make a map in your head of all the different places, all different characters.
Yeah.
And then so when a character is introduced, you kind of know them through osmosis already. The settings you already know a little bit about.
Yeah.
So some of her previous work is like Mystery of Echo Lodge, which has some appropriation.
Yep.
And some mysticism.
Yep.
But again, those characters were introduced right away.
Yeah.
Sense of place right away.
Sure.
And then also Danger at Anchor Mine is her other one.
Anchor Mine was really good. Love that one.
And so again, really good setting, really good characters. But her first one is The Lost Tribe, which is one of our most hated ones because of the racism and appropriation.
Yeah, main offender.
Yeah. And so something to think about while we're covering this one.
Yeah. I do think that she's a great writer. It's just, there's a lot of...
Yes. And I think kind of like in Mystery of Echo Lodge, there's appropriation in that one, some mysticism in that one. But luckily, not intentionally on her part, you can kind of sidestep some of that stuff. There'll be just a plot line focused on that mysticism appropriation that you can just not go through if you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm trying to look and see if she has like some kind of like indigenous background or something. It doesn't appear that she does from her like Wikipedia page and stuff.
Well, I mean, just based on her previous work, it just seems that she's fascinated with these kind of cultures. Kind of like
Canadian.
How people... Right. But I mean, just kind of like how people were in like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Kind of like there was this real big focus on like folk tales and fairy tales. In one sense, it's good to have that interest, but who should tell those stories wasn't really talked about then.
True. It also says on her Wikipedia page that she wrote a lot of books about intelligent cats.
Intelligent cats. We brought that up before, yes. And the titles are really good.
Which I appreciate. Because I also love cats. Who doesn't?
I don't.
You don't. Peter is a cat hater.
I'm neutral to cats. They are bears. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
No, they won't.
So let's get into choose your own summary.
Okay.
So you're going to describe this book in 60 seconds or less. You're going to choose how you want to do it. So option number 1.
Okay. It's the slugs. We're just slamming up this lady.
So what's the song from Rush? There is trouble in the forest. There is unrest in the trees.
It's just called The Trees.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I want a summary in that style.
Oh, gosh.
Option number 2 is, again, this is about forests. I was thinking some sort of like whittling, like you're going to whittle something.
I got some soap upstairs.
Okay. And you can do maybe like a prospector voice if you want to, or you can just whittle.
I could do
Okay.
find some soap.
Okay. I'll be here.
And a knife. Yeah. All right, what I'm whittling.
Oh, whatever you want.
I think I'm going to whittle it into a rectangle.
Well, if you want, you can try it for a tree.
In 60 seconds, can I make a tree? Oh, my God. I'm going to make a hobbit.
You're going to make how is that any easier, Abby?
Shh. Shh.
Time starts now.
Okay, so you are a child, and you are going because your parents are like going to be somewhere. I can't remember where they're going, but they're like, you can't come with us. I think they don't love you or something. So they're like, you got to go stay with your uncle. He has like this like house that's an old lookout tower or whatever, which is kind of weird, in my opinion, but whatever. So you're going to go stay with your uncle who has
What are you making?
a tree.
Okay. Keep going. They're not okay. So far,
so he's got a house that's like in an old lookout tower. Which when I was like reading it, I was like, how? But anyway, so his house is in an old lookout tower, and you're gonna go there, and you get there because he's a
10
writer,
seconds.
and you're gonna like, okay, so he's like, oh, don't read my book, and you're like, okay, maybe I will though, but you're like, I don't know, and then
5.
like maybe there's an old lady who gets robbed because there's like bad guys, but maybe there's a guy who lives in the tree.
Can I see your tree? It just looks like you took big bites out
from this side.
Yeah, I could see it.
It's a tree.
I can see it.
It's the silhouette. From the side.
Good job.
Thank you.
I like the dedication to this is for my son, Don Foley, who taught me about confrontation, which is odd to say about your son. I don't know the context, obviously, but...
To my dick son, with whom I have been fighting.
That's kind of what it seems like, but I don't know the context. So, when your mother's company sends you to France for the summer, her younger brother, your uncle Jason, invites you to stay with him. Maybe single parent.
Yeah,
because this is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. So Jason lives in an abandoned ranger station in a forest in northeastern Maine.
Right. And right away, I am like, is there heat? Is there plumbing? Is there electricity? Do they sleep there?
Right.
What is this? What is the situation of this lookout tower ranger station? Because when you see the picture of it, it is like up high on stilts.
Like an actual ranger station, yes.
Like way, way up above the trees. I mean, it's the summer, but like, is there air conditioning in there?
Yeah. It sounds awful.
What's going on?
Right.
Is there running water?
I don't think so. Because they specifically say later there's a sink without
he has
water.
to like go down to get water. So I'm like, how am I going to poop?
It sounds awful.
How am I going to pee-pee? Like in the middle of the night, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to go to an outhouse. Or is there a hole in the floor? Like I am like, I don't like this. When you go on vacation and you have to go to the bathroom in an unfamiliar place, it's already like, ugh.
Right.
You know? It's like the worst camping. Jason, no thank you.
Right.
I will go to France, thanks. I will just sit in the hotel room and get room service like Kevin and Home Alone. Okay?
So your uncle supports himself by writing adventure novels.
Your uncle is the guy in The Shining, essentially.
Yes. And he goes crazy later.
Yeah.
And doesn't seem to like kids.
No. You get there and he's like, ugh, you're still here? Yes. He, quote unquote, invites you. And it's very clear early on that your mom has been like, please invite my child. I don't want them to come along. And he's like, no, I hate your child. And she's like,
I hate you too.
I don't like them either. I don't want them to come with me. Please.
I am a single parent. I am doing my best.
I need a break. And Jason's like, okay, if they will squat over this hole in the floor of my lookout tower to poop all summer, then they can come and live with me. But they have to be quiet and never talk to me and never look at me.
It made me think of the lookout tower in Until Dawn.
Yeah.
And that worked out well for everybody.
We know that worked out great. You bring no bags.
So I think you've never seen this place.
Yeah.
Your mom probably hasn't even seen it either.
No, it sounds like he was cool and chill when he was younger. And now that he's a serious writer with his own place, he's kind of reclusive.
So you get on the bus for Maine, and for the last 50 miles, your seatmate is an old man named Isaac Carnes? Sure.
I would have moved.
I know. The last 50 miles.
Right?
Like, so what does that mean? Does that mean he got on, or does that mean like he hopped onto like your seat?
Right? He came and sat by you. I would have been like, oh, seat's taken. Actually, my mom's in the bathroom. She has explosive diarrhea.
She can't wait for the non-bathroom in the... So this old man is by your seat.
Yeah, and he will not stop talking. He's just blah, 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 blah.
This is before headphones too, so my nightmare.
Yeah, and you can't even like hold your book up and be like, I'm actually in the middle of a chapter. This is my uncle's book he wrote. I want to read it before I get there, so I have something to talk to him about.
So you learn that Isaac lives about 6 miles away from Jason.
You learn it unwillingly.
Yes. And then so he says, all 70 years he's lived in Maine. Only the Native Americans, they don't say Native Americans,
No.
I'm saying that, know these forests better than Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
When I was your age, my best friend was a
Penobscot?
Penobscot, according to Google.
Penobscot.
Indigenous people in North America from the northeastern woodlands region.
Mm-hmm.
Henry was his best friend, a member of his tribe.
Henry gets sucked into a tree,
Yes.
essentially, is what Isaac tells you.
Oh, but when you tell him that you're going to the ranger station, he scowls because he says, oh, they shouldn't have pulled a ranger out of that station. That station should still be active. A crown fire will take over all the pines on the southwest slope because it's been hot and dry. And so a fire could potentially happen at any time.
Yeah.
So you get off the bus and then you have to take a very awkward motorcycle ride with your uncle.
Yes.
To the actual cabin. Or not the cabin,
to the house on stilts.
Yes, it's a cabin in the sky, basically.
Yep, Sky Cabin, which I think is actually the name of that newspaper thing that they put in the airplanes.
Oh yeah, you're right. And then so yeah, you're driving on the motorcycle with Jason, and then there's the tower in the distance.
Yeah.
Again, feels very shining, feels very
kind
of spooky, scary.
Yeah, very much. It's setting up kind of a eerie
Yes.
feeling.
Even though you're not going to spend that much time in the cabin.
No.
Or I keep calling it a cabin, the lookout tower anyway.
Yeah. You know, it's very good in the setting of the title, Forest of Fear.
You say, are there any other people around? Jason says, nope. Closest is Agnes Ellison at the store, which she'll come into play later. But if I was Isaac, I'd be like, what the heck, dude? Like, I am 6 miles away from you.
Right.
We know each other.
We're neighbors. I gave you some cream last week and sugar. We exchanged Secret Santas. There's only the three of us. Well, Alice, there's three of us, but it's still a secret who you get. Sometimes it's yourself.
This part describes the cabin a little bit. So he opens the door and you enter. There's your room, pointing to one screened off corner. He points to another screen and says, this one's mine.
Yep.
Sounds awful.
Yeah. He's like, here's your cage. Here's mine. The morning alarm clock song. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine.
I am Mr. Brightside. There are cots behind each of the screens, a sink without taps, so no running water, and a 2-burner stove, an old couch in the center of the room, and Jason's typewriter set up on a card table.
See, here's what I'm saying. 2-burner stove, like what is running that? Does it have like a propane tank?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is there actually like...
There must be electricity of some sort.
Or is there a propane tank? Is there like a generator? What is the heating situation for this in the winter? Maine gets cold. I'm getting really upset about this. I know this is like a detail kind of thing. And this book is set in the summer, but I'm like, I want the detail here and it's not there. And it's really getting under my skin.
But beside the typewriter sits a fancy 2-way radio and a pair of binoculars. My link to the world, Jason says. It's like, yeesh.
Who needs the internet?
Right.
I've got binoculars. I don't need to go talk to Isaac. I just stare through his windows. Hi, friend.
Right next to his typewriter is his new novel. And you say, can you look at it? And Jason says, no, you can't. Because it's bad luck to look at a manuscript that's not done.
I think he actually just doesn't like you.
I think so too, because that's not a rule.
No.
I don't think so. But you do see the first paragraph. And the first paragraph says, a crown fire will take out all the pines on the southwest slope. It's been hot and dry. Not much snow runoff from last winter. And that's what Isaac said to you on the bus.
Yeah, like verbatim.
But Jason wrote this before you arrived. And so from here, I thought it was kind of like a Stranger Than Fiction kind of thing. Like everyone you meet is going to be a part of the book. And that's kind of the case, but not really.
Yeah.
It's going to be more that Jason has kind of a precognition.
Yeah.
Through a tree.
Yeah. It's called tree cognition. Actually.
Oh, we could just end right there. It's not going to get any better. So my name's Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. We're actually finishing the podcast forever. Because that is our high.
If you excuse us, Abby has to go take a victory lap. You read something else about the spirit tree.
Yeah.
And so the spirit tree is in the woods. And
it's maybe Henry. related, right?
Yes.
Like you heard that from Isaac on the bus.
But good spirits are there and bad spirits are there.
They like live up in the tree.
Right. Several people are going to tell you to stay away from this.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you're going to die if you go there. Maybe. Maybe.
Jason goes down for some water. And when he comes back, you say, hey, Isaac's in this book. How is that possible? Because he said this is the exact same thing to me.
Yeah.
And then Jason says, oh, well, I just know him. I just put him in my book.
Yeah. And he kind of snaps at you a little bit for reading his book.
Right. But that's also like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. His whole personality is snapping at you.
Oh, that too. But you're not supposed to just like put someone's actual name into a book.
He's like, Isaac is a very common name. I actually didn't name it after him. I named it after that one guy from the band Hanson. I love the song Mbop.
And so
you're like, Mbop hasn't even come out yet. How did you know? It's tree cognition.
And so you ask him about the tree, and he says, hey, Henry, you looked for this tree. You never came back. So stay away from the tree. It's dangerous.
Yeah, he's like, shut up about
Even
the tree
though
forever.
He's writing about the tree.
Yeah. He's like, only I can talk about the tree.
Late that night, when you go to bed, you're still wondering how Jason knew exactly what Isaac said to you in the bus. Is Jason psychic? Could it have something to do with the powers of the spirit tree? And so this is your first choice.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and find Henry in the morning, not knowing really anywhere? Like he has a cabin, but he hasn't been seeing this cabin forever. Do you want to go there? Or do you want to read in the middle of the night when you're not supposed to? So what did you do first?
As much as I love reading in the middle of the night when I'm not supposed to, I decided to try to find Henry in the morning.
Okay. I did the opposite. So that's
yay. This is going to be fun. So I go to his cabin. It really does look like no one has lived there like in forever. And you see on the wall this like etching of the tree. And you're like, ooh, is that the spirit tree? The spirit tree that I'm not supposed to know or talk or think about? A noise outside startles you. You're like, oh, no, what's that?
Because you're trespassing, so you hide under a cot.
Yes, someone outside is like, ooh, is anybody there? Ooh. And you're like, oh, no, what if I'm caught trespassing? So you like duck under the cot. Two guys come in and they look like escaped convicts. They're like, keep it down, Fred. We're gonna have to take an ad out of the local paper, let the cops know we're here. And the other guy's like, who's here to tell on us in the middle of the forest? The police are still searching in Boston.
Why, I oughta.
Yeah, right?
So their plan,
we need money. We gotta go to that store and rob that super old lady there. And so
the one store in town.
Right.
That's their scheme.
Yes. We're gonna go to this only store in this area owned by this very old lady, Alice.
Agnes.
You have to decide, are you going to go back by Jason and have him radio for help? Or are you going to go to the store and warn the old lady there? So I decided to go to the store.
Can we do the other version really quick, though?
Sure.
Because this is my favorite ending. And I texted you, like, this is the first time I ever laughed out loud at an ending.
Yeah. So if you, instead of going to warn Mrs. Ellison, you wait for the guys to go outside, you run through the cabin door. Jason's like, what's up? Irritated at the interruption. Whoa, what's up? You're like, oh my gosh, there are some convicts. Just radio for police so that we can get them to come out here. So he nods, he switches on his radio set, but his hand is like shaking the whole time. He's terrified. They've picked up the escaped convicts. And Jason and I are watching through the binoculars.
Yes, but the story keeps going for no reason.
Yeah, the story goes the whole time. And you're like, we'll have to tell Henry these guys went to his cabin. And he's like, oh, Henry's been gone for like a year. And
he gets really annoyed.
What? And he's like, yeah, I think he went to the tree. And you're like, why? Like, he's like, don't talk to me. Don't, I don't want to talk about it. And he like leaves and I'm going to go throw this typewriter away. And he gets all mad. He like throws his paper that he was writing in the trash and he leaves.
So what do you do, Abby?
So you go over and you get the page out of the wastebasket. And it says the intruder slid under the cot and pulled the edge of the gray blanket down just as the door creaked open. Keep it down, Fred. The man's voice was gruff. You might as well take out an ad in the local paper. But Jason wrote that before you came back. Oh, you moved to throw your belongings into your suitcase. You arrive at the store just in time to catch the bus to the city. And then you talk to your mom on the phone and she's like, Jason is strange.
And so you spend the summer in France.
I'll wire you your plane fare. And then you just, you go and hang out in France. It was so dumb.
No, but I like this, like, just your mom just instantly agrees with you. It's like, yeah.
What a weirdo. Why did you send me here then?
Exactly.
Gosh, Mom.
But you didn't do that.
No, I went to the store because I'm like, she's a vulnerable old lady and I'm a small child. I could save her. So I open the cabin door. I run to the old lady. Hey, are you Mrs. Ellison? She's like, who wants to know? And you're like, me, obviously, because that's why I asked you.
I'm sassy.
Yeah.
So you tell her the whole plot.
Yes. You tell her everything. You're like, call the police. You're going to be robbed. And she's like, I don't know who you are. And I'm like, I live with my Uncle Jason right now. And she's like, oh, okay. Move this wood for me.
Yes.
Do you want a job? And you're like, I want you to call the police. And she's like, no, move the wood. And like literally she keeps like trying to get you to do jobs.
Yes.
And then she's finally like, I actually can't call the police. The lion got struck.
Yes. And why didn't you say that earlier?
Exactly.
But she grabs a shotgun.
Yeah. She's like, nobody wants to rob me, but even if they do, I got this gun. It's big enough to scare off a black bear. It'll scare off bad guys.
And then she gets into this whole backstory about this black bear, and it's been plaguing the town for years and always comes back once a decade.
Yeah.
And
so
it has nothing to do with the rest of the story.
It really doesn't. So like, I'm like, girl, are you listening to me even? So do you want to stay with her or do you want to go into the forest? And I'm like, I'm going to stay with her because she seems a little not all there, right? Like I'm trying to tell her what to do and she's not doing it.
So her plan then is to take the cash register drawer.
Yes.
And she wants you to put it
in
the wood pile.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, now I understand why you wanted me to stack the wood.
Kind of.
Kind of. So I'm like, okay. And at that point, you can either decide to hide the cash drawer under the wood pile like she asked you to, or you can take it and hide it somewhere else.
Right, because you're worried that if they're looking for the money, they might get angry if they don't find anything.
Yeah.
You're thinking maybe you go against her wishes a little bit.
I'm like, I don't think she knows what she's doing. I think she's kind of nuts. So I did hide the cash drawer. And I go back in. After I stack up all the wood, I hid the cash drawer in the forest and I was like, hey, Mrs. Ellison, tell me about Henry. And she's like, oh yeah, he just like kind of kept to himself. He was really spiritual. He couldn't read or write and stuff.
So I helped him with that.
Yeah, I helped him with that stuff. I'm going to make lunch. Like you just keep stacking this wood or whatever. You are stacking the wood and she just like doesn't come back from making lunch. So you go in and like look in the window and the bad guys are there.
Yes.
And you're like, oh no, what should I do? Should I get the money or go in and go get the gun that she had left outside and try to shoot them or like intimidate them with this gun? And I'm like, no, I don't know how to shoot. Plus I don't approve of gun violence. So I'm going to get the money that I put out in the woods and be like, hey, take this money, leave us alone.
I think if you get the gun, like you trip over the wood and it goes off.
And it's just the end pretty much because it's like, duh. So I was like, I'm going to get the money. I'm going to get the cash drawer. I'm going to try to bribe our way out of this. Right. But I can't find it because I clearly did not mark where I left it or remember where I left it. And then Miss Ellison comes outside with the bad guys and she's like, hey, look in this wood pile. This is where we hid the cash drawer. And I'm like, I'm like waving my arms around, like shaking my head, like, no, it's not there. Finally, I'm like, ooh, guys, it's actually not there. It's in the woods under Henry's tree. She, Mrs. Ellison, is like, oh, if it's under Henry's tree, then death waits for you there. So guys, go ahead and go look for it. You take the guys because they're like, all right, well, if we get there and it's not there, we're going to kill you. And you have to decide whether you're going to stop at Henry's cabin first because you don't know where this tree is. Or maybe I just walk around and see if I can find it, you know? So I decided, okay, I'm just going to walk. I don't want to go to the cabin again. What if they trap me there and kill me or something? I'm like, okay, I know a shortcut there. I don't. I'm bluffing. I'm like, I'm going to go look. You guys wait here because sometimes the shortcut is impassable. I want to make sure that we can get through. And I'm like,
did they fall for it? Or?
Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can run away while they're, you know, waiting for me. So as I'm like going, I see Henry's tree. A storm is coming and there's like thunder and lightning hits a tree. The tree starts to fall over because it's got like, it cracks the tree. And then there's like fire that starts on top. The tree hits another tree and then a huge blaze starts. And then it's like, should you go back and warn the guys? And I'm like, I don't care about them. And then you see, because you also see that these animals are running. And you're like, do you run back and warn the guys or do you follow the animals? And I'm like, duh, I'm going to follow the animals. You're running with them. And you notice that one of them is this big black bear who has a weird foot.
Oh, and that's the bear she was talking about.
Yes. From the bear that Miss Ellison was talking about. And she always was saying, like, he's a survivor. He's lived hundreds of years. And you're thinking in your head, okay, I'm going to follow this bear. The other animals go one way. The bear goes the other way. You end up at a stream. You jump in. The fire gets to the edge. You wake up and you're washed ashore. And your uncle is there with a rescue team. You're fine. And all the other animals are dead.
Oh, jeez.
I know. They all hit like a cliff wall and got burned alive. The bad guys, you're like, what happened to them? Which I would be like, I'm not going to ask, actually. I do not care if they died in the forest. But they apparently survived and are picked up by the cops and are on their way back to Boston.
Okay.
So you tell your uncle that you found the tree, you found the spirit tree. And he says, what I think is maybe the dumbest thing I've ever read in a book. The threats in our lives are often what save us.
The threats in our lives are often what saves us.
Yes. That sounds very weird.
Yes.
Like if I was a violence survivor and someone said that to me, I would be very upset. I hated it.
Dance like everyone is watching.
Yeah.
What I do is I go and I read the story at night. So I like a little bedtime story. Helps me fall asleep.
Right.
And the story that you're reading, I think you're kind of reading ahead, but you're reading about these two kids in the forest.
Okay.
You wake up and you still have the story in your bed. Because you fall asleep.
Oh, you fell asleep like holding on to it? Okay.
Yes. Did you do this one at all or no?
Not too much.
Oh, okay. And so
I kind of skimmed it.
Sure. Much like you did while reading the book.
Yes, always.
You fall asleep with the book. Jason goes back down again, probably to get water because
he's a thirsty boy.
This always has to constantly be doing that. So you finally put the book back and you say, I think I'll go hiking. And Jason says, pack some sandwiches. He grunts, sitting down his typewriter. You have to amuse yourself. I can't go. I have to finish this book. I'm not going to be much company for you. I thought that was really funny. He
loves his job.
But also, like, why did you agree to this, Jason? You clearly don't want this.
Right?
So I don't know why you did this.
He loves being an uncle.
So you can either go to the meadow or you can go to the ridge. Isaac warned about going to the ridge, so I can go there. I went to the meadow.
Yeah, when I was skimming this one, I went to the meadow too.
Okay. You see this girl in this log cabin.
Yes.
And you were told about this log cabin that was kind of burned down, but you go there and you're amazed because it's completely new, basically. And so you see the girl that you were reading about, and she's, I think, sweeping the front stoop. And then so you are immediately headlocked and put at knife point by this brother character.
Yep. Yeah, he is very suspicious of you.
Yes. And he points out you have a camera with you this whole time.
Yeah.
I think you take a picture of her, and as soon as you take this picture, he freaks out, puts you in a headlock.
Yeah, he's like, whomst are you?
Yes. You're able to talk him down. You go into the cabin. It starts to become darker than you thought it was. So do you want to stay or do you want to leave?
Should I stay or should I go now?
Exactly. If you leave, you get the water because you're like, hey, I need a little bit of drink. I'm a thirsty boy like Jason. You get cholera. You find out that that's how the parents died.
There will be trouble.
If you go, it will be double.
If you go, it will be double.
You go back to your time and you have to stay in the hospital for a little bit. And that's kind of like proof that something kind of weird, kind of crazy happened to you. So if you stay, it's fine. So that's what I do. I stay. Okay. And then so, you're having dinner. You talk about the tree and the brother character starts to get really freaked out. And he says, he kind of threatens you at knife point. Is like, do you really want to see this tree? I'm really freaked out about you even talking about it.
He loves his knife.
Yes. he says like, hey, you have to leave, but I will show you the tree if you want to.
Mm-hmm. He's in a committed relationship with his knife.
Other than with the tree.
No, the tree is his axe.
Mm-hmm. So I decided not to go because everyone's been warning me about this tree. I don't go. Mm-hmm. I think if you do go, you see the tree kind of start to go crazy, and you end up in like a mental hospital, and you just continuously draw the tree over and over again. Mm-hmm. And then there's the picture.
Oh yeah.
And you ask for the sister's rabbit stew, and there's a nurse looking over at you.
Yeah. The nurses are beautiful.
Right. So good ending based on what you have.
Good ending. I would be drawing trees all the time if I could stay with them. Hello. Hey, girl. Do you want to know my pickup line for them with my tree?
Please.
I will treat you right.
Would you be mine?
I have an even more inappropriate one, but you know what it is.
And then so yeah,
stick with me, baby.
Hey, there we go. That's good. But yeah, what happens if you're a good kiddo? You end up going back to your time, and then you run into Jason, and for whatever reason, like he becomes cool now. He's like, oh wow, this is so crazy that this happened to you. I totally believe you. There are other branches where he doesn't believe you as much, and he thinks you're just being a jerk. And so yeah, you go back into the cabin, and it's all burnt out. You're like, but this totally happened. And Jason says, hey, I believe you because look down. There was the knife that the brother was using. His favorite knife. His baby. Mm-hmm.
His precious.
There's another branch. Jason doesn't believe you, and he's really angry that you went there. And you're like, hey, I'll get this photo developed as proof. And then Jason begrudgingly does it, and there's nothing on there, and he's just mad at you, and the story over. So basically, this book is broken up into 3 or 4 different storylines. There's the shopkeeper storyline that you did. There's the cabin in the woods brother-sister storyline that I did. There's also a storyline where you find Henry, and it gets into the mysticism and appropriation. Obviously not the best.
Yeah. If you, instead of staying with Miss Ellison, if you go back into the forest at one point, you end up meeting Henry.
Yes, that's the one I was talking about, yes.
And it gets really heavy into like the indigenous like mysticism and just he tells you a story about these 2 brothers, one of whom wanted to be the chief and the other one who didn't. And so one of them stole some wood from the spirit tree and put it in his moccasin. The whole time I was reading through that part, it was just very cringy.
Yeah, but Henry did have a good philosophy about this tree where it's like, yeah, it's both good and evil, and you just kind of have to live with it. I thought that was interesting, but the rest of it was, exactly how I said, cringy and not the best. Mm-hmm. And there's one where you go back in time. It's kind of like a cave in time. Yeah. And there's a tribe. In order to test you, you either have to do the walk of fire or you have to drink something.
Yeah, you have to drink this weird gourd thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or do the walk of fire.
Yeah, if you drink the thing, you automatically become part of the tree. It kills you.
Yeah.
If you do the walk, you survive, but you get burns.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the hospital.
Yeah, in the burn unit.
They say like, oh, this is so weird. This looks like burns, but this isn't from like exhaustion or from just walking too much. You would think that this isn't what you normally would get.
There's another ending where you end up in like that story that Henry had told you, where you're one of these 2 brothers who are like battling to be the chief, and you have to walk across this gorge on a log. And
that's on the cover.
You can either roll your log closer to the other brother and help him get across, like help both of you get across. That's actually the right way to do it. Or you can say, no, I'm not doing this. And if you say, no, I'm not doing this, you turn around and walk off your log, and you can't even do it because there's a guy waiting there with a bow and arrow.
Oh.
And he shoots you through the eye.
Yikes.
The next day, searchers find your body impaled on the branch of a fallen tree.
Ooh.
The victim died instantly, the doctor says later at the inquest. The momentum of the falling body, when it hit, turned the branch into a lethal weapon. It pierced the right eye as surely as an arrow.
Wow.
Yeah. So it kind of was like a vision, essentially, like kind of thing. But in real life, you still die. But it's like the tree is the arrow.
Yeah.
Instead.
That
was a really gruesome one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, not the appropriation as much, but
the appropriation was rough. But
the image is cool.
The death was pretty wild.
So what'd you think of this one?
I thought like the setting, like we talked about earlier, the setting was really like well constructed and everything. I think the choices are interesting and the paths are really consistent, which is nice. There's not like any of those strange contradictory paths.
And the paths are easy to distinguish and determine, because sometimes when we talk about this, or sometimes we're just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Where was this?
Or it's hard to remember how you got to a choice or something.
Very distinct paths.
Yep. But it's still really hard to look past the appropriation and especially the mysticism when it's coming from a white author who doesn't have the place and the capacity to be able to tell this story.
Yeah, I agree fully. I agree fully. Louise Munro.
Foliagely.
And again, this is an author I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But, obviously she just needs to stay away from stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she can, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's something that she's really interested and drawn to. And as good of an author as she is, it's just, unfortunately, something that she kept doing.
Yeah.
So.
So, yeah.
Hopefully one of her upcoming ones will not be.
And that's why we liked Anchor Lodge or Anchor Mine so much.
Anchor Mine was really, really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is more about, like just, it was basically just a ghost story that you walk around in.
Right. And when we hit the immigration arc in there, especially now, as we look back at that was like so powerful. But I would love to read more like that one,
Well, I know there's other books of hers coming up. So
yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing some more range.
Yeah.
What I am looking forward to, though, is I know that there's some good new choose books that'll be coming out soon. So I'm looking forward to those.
I definitely want to do a couple.
Yeah. The Stowaway by Griffin McElroy. We're looking forward to that. Yes.
I am a big Adventure Zone fan.
Yeah.
And so I am really looking forward to this one.
I know. It's going to be really cool.
I'm almost just too excited. I don't think I'll be disappointed, but because I love the Adventure Zone.
Oh, and aside from that one, the one that's coming out after that is Dungeon Crawl at the Haunted Mall.
Yeah, that looks fun too.
That one looks really fun. I'm looking forward to that. And then they have some announcements that they're going to be making this year that I think people are going to lose their heads about. I personally have already lost my mind about it, knowing what it is. So. Cool.
I want to do the Mountains of Madness one at some point too.
Yes.
Because that looks fun. Because I love the idea of Lovecraft. I don't like Lovecraft the person, obviously, but I just love cosmic horror. And so I really want to do that one.
If you guys have ideas about special guests that we should bring on for any of the newer ones, let us know.
Yeah. So let's just finish up with some housekeeping.
Yeah.
We put the sign out for too long. Do not disturb.
Don't talk to me.
So if you can rate, subscribe on the podcatcher of your choice, give us 5 stars if you can. Again, we're on.
Give us 6 stars if you can. Figure it out. Figure it out. Hack the system.
So we're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Pocket Casts. So if you can give us a rating, that helps us out. We're on YouTube as well, so you can listen to the old episodes. We'll upload a couple new things every once in a while.
Yeah, if you have a good relationship with your parents, tell them to rate us 5 stars too. If you have a good relationship with your Uncle Jason, tell him.
If he's not too grumpy.
Yeah.
If he's not too busy getting water.
Yeah.
For the millionth time.
My mom has listened to at least 1 episode now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's one more than my mom has, so.
Mom!
It's fine. We're on Redbubble. You can get stickers, shirts, if you're interested.
Yep.
Follow us on Instagram because, again, Abby was going to post some of the photos of the pictures. And the pictures for this one are just so good because they're so crazy. Yeah. We'd really get into the pictures, but I love the pictures for this one. Yeah. That really, I think, makes the book a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're wild.
So, yeah, give that a follow if you can. I think that'll do it. our next book will be number 55, The Trumpet of Terror.
Yeah, and this one is one that has been re-released.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to read along, you can find those at your local library or independent bookstore.
Mm-hmm. Until then, my name is Peter, my librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm going to sneeze.
I'm waiting.
Now that I've said it, I Okay, maybe I'm not going to sneeze. Okay, I'm a librarian.
We got one more to record, and like halfway through, you're going to be...
No.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I thought you were going to sneeze. I thought you were holding it in.